The biggest thing that has ever happened to me was when my friends died. Their names were Leisha Renee Hoff and Skyla Madison Oxness. They meant the world to me. They were the greatest friends anyone could have ever asked for. A few months before they passed away, Leisha and I had gotten in a fight. We spent the next month or so avoiding each other. However, after we had some time to cool down, we made up and became even closer. Then she got sick with H1N1 and an infection in her lungs. Her parents didn't know how sick she was, and when the blood came out of her ears and nose, they called an ambulance. She was pronounced dead at the hospital. I collapsed when I heard the news. She was only 14 years old. If I had to go back in time, I would change the way the things had happened with us. After Leisha died, everything went down the drain for me. I was depressed for a very long time. I was surrounded by reminders of her. I had painted my room monster colors because those were Leisha's favorite colors and her favorite energy drink. I felt like I just kept falling deeper and deeper into my depression. It wasn't long until I felt like I couldn't really stand on my own feet anymore. I had people reaching out to me everywhere, but I was putting up walls between myself and them. I couldn't open up at all. I tried everything, even counseling. Nothing had gone right for me, and I tried committing suicide. My parents found me and called Prairie St. John's Hospital to get me help. I was admitted there and had to stay there for a month. It was starting to help me a little bit. Little by little, I began to start feeling better about myself. Things had begun to look up, or so I thought. Then one day, I got a phone call at 4 o'clock in the morning. It was my friend, Marina. She had terrible news. Our friend Skyla, 15 years old at the time, had died in a tragic car accident. I cried for about 5 days straight. Skyla and I always helped me look good on days when I looked terrible. She had been there for me whenever I needed her support. I found myself lost in my depression once again. I started cutting myself to vent my frustration and anger. It felt better somehow, having a way to take my mind off the pain my friends had gone through. Marina told my mom and dad about my cutting, and they made arrangements with Prairie St. John's for me to get help again. I stayed there again for a month. I felt like I didn't know myself anymore. I was just trapped into the crowded space where no one was allowed but me. Again, I felt that my stay at the mental health hospital helped, but not right away. I needed time to accept the help people were offering me. I wish that I had never done these harsh things to my body, but I did. To this day, I still struggle in dealing with the loss of my friends. It hurts knowing that they died so young and so quickly. Losing my friends had helped me shape me as a person because I will never forget them. This whole experiment had taught me that you can't hide away from the world and drown in your pity. The world will keep on moving. Although losing loved ones can seem unbearable, I know that I still have a future to pursue. I want to become a nurse one day, and hopefully I can help young kids and their families. I am no longer going to be a girl who is lost in sadness. I'm going to shine bright and be the one I want to be.